So, you're dreaming of a new life in Portugal. That's a fantastic choice. But before you can even think about ordering your first pastel de nata as a resident, there's one super important step you absolutely have to take first. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to get your NIF. It's the key that unlocks your entire Portuguese journey. All right, this is where we turn that sunny dream into a real deal plan. And, like any great adventure, it all starts with a single, really important step. I mean, who isn't, right? You're picturing the sunny beaches, the incredible food, the vibrant culture, and you totally should be. It's an amazing place. But just before you get to all that fun stuff, there's one little hurdle we gotta clear first.
Yeah, there's a saying about Portuguese bureaucracy. It's relaxed. And trust me, relaxed is a very polite way of saying it can be slow, a little confusing, and sometimes pretty frustrating. Honestly, this is the one thing every expat talks about. And knowing this on day one, well, that's your biggest advantage right there.
So, with all that potential paperwork looming, I want you to remember just one thing. Your journey begins and ends with the NIF. It is the non-negotiable first step that unlocks literally everything else you need to do. So let's talk about that key. Seriously, think of it as the master key for your new life in Portugal. Without it, almost every door you try to open, from banking to housing to getting a job, is going to stay locked. Okay, so what exactly is it? The NIF, that's short for Número de Identificação Fiscal, is your official Portuguese tax ID. But don't let the name fool you. Its use goes way beyond taxes. It's more like your official entry pass into the entire Portuguese system. And just how essential is it? Well, picture this. You want to open a bank account so you can get paid. You need a NIF. You find the perfect apartment? Guess what? You can't sign the lease without a NIF. You even need it for basics like setting up your internet or getting a phone plan. It's no exaggeration to say it makes daily life possible.
Okay, so we've established it's critical. The next logical question is, how in the world do I get one? Well, there are basically two main routes you can take. And believe me, they offer very different experiences.
So on one hand, you've got the official route, going in person to a finanças, which is the tax office. The big challenge here is that just getting an appointment can take weeks or sometimes even months. But on the other hand, there's what our source calls the pro tip route, using an online service or a fiscal representative. And the massive advantage here, you can often get your NIF all sorted out before you even set foot in Portugal. And let's be real clear here, the pro tip route is about so much more than just convenience. It's about saving yourself a huge amount of time, stress, and just logistical headaches right at the very start of your journey. Planning ahead this way is probably the smartest move an aspiring expat can make. Now, that timeline we just mentioned, the one with potential weeks or months of waiting, it isn't exactly the same for everyone. Where your passport is from actually plays a pretty big role in what you can expect. So if you're a citizen from Brazil or other Portuguese-speaking countries, there are special agreements in place that can make the process a bit smoother. For most other expats, whether you're coming from the EU, the UK, or the USA, it's best to just prepare for those classic bureaucratic delays. It just means building some extra time into your plan is absolutely essential. But here is the golden rule, and this applies to absolutely everyone no matter where you're from. Start the process as early as you possibly can, and pack a good amount of patience. Just never assume it's going to be quick. Having this mindset will save you a world of frustration. So let's wrap all this up into a simple, clear action plan. These are the key takeaways you really need to remember to make sure your move starts off on the right foot. It really just boils down to this. Step 1, prioritize your NIF. Don't look at apartments, don't even book flights. Get this started first. Step 2, seriously consider an online service. Save yourself the stress of navigating the system in person. And step 3, start early. The moment Portugal becomes a serious plan, this should be the very first item on your to-do list. And that's really the bottom line. Getting your NIF isn't the final hurdle. It's the starting pistol. It's the one action that swings the door to your new life wide open. With that number in your hand, the real adventure, finding a home, exploring your new city, building a life, that can finally begin. So the question is, are you ready to see what's on the other side of that door?